Hi everyone! So today I'm finally making my how to putting on fake eyelashes. I currently don't actually have them on, but I'll be showing you guys and giving you some tips that I learned along the way and I haven't found in most other videos on YouTube, and that is where I did learn some things on how getting them on my face. So, as you guys can see, the new surprise was I did get a haircut. I will be moving my bangs out of my eyes though to show you just how to stick the eyelashes on. But I just have some tips before we start. First of all, you're going to need eyelashes. So the few things that you are going to need, you're going to need to get fake eyelashes. My best advice would be not to spend more than $20 on a pair of eyelashes. I don't think I've ever spent $20 on a pair of fake eyelashes, and some of the best ones that I've used have definitely been under, I would say about under $8. These things, if you wear them often, and once you start wearing them, and once you learn how to actually put them on properly, you start to wear them quite frequently because you get used to them. They look great if you're looking for a fuller lash look. As much as mascara as you cake on, it's never going to look the same. Unless you have some really thick lashes, it's still never going to look the same because it adds a good layer of depth. So, you're going to need to get eyelashes, and these are my favorite type. They look a little bit fringed and a little bit more natural. These guys I actually bought at Shoppers, which is a drugstore here in Canada, and it's a great store to get cheap makeup supplies. Fake eyelashes there are, usually I get them on sale. I try and avoid spending, again, more than $8. I really hate spending even that much because I go through these, if I wear them in a week, I can go through them in about 2 weeks. And that's taking care of them, that's keeping them clean, that's peeling off all the glue after I use them once, and keeping them in the cases. With that being said, there's a lot of places you can buy them. You can usually get them on eBay. The last time I checked out how much they were on eBay, you can buy big pallet kind of box cases of pairs of like maybe 6 or 7. You can buy them for really cheap or really expensive depending on what you're looking for. The only other thing I would seriously advise is the type of lashes you get. As you guys can see on these ones, they have a really thin lash line, and the thinner the better to get them on, because the closer you can get them to your natural eyelash line, the better they are to blend. Now, I'm going to show you a pair that I got. I think I got these really cheap somewhere. Not to say that the cheaper they are, the crappier they're going to be, but these ones have a really thick lash line. Now, you're going to probably have to draw on a really nice thick line with an eyeliner or with a liquid liner or a pencil liner. Or you're gonna need to have a lot of patience with these. These ones I've yet to wear for that exact reason. Usually when I'm getting eyelashes on or doing my makeup, sometimes I am in a rush, so I try and avoid getting these because I've learned my lesson. Unless you've got a good half hour to get these things on, do your makeup and all that, it's going to take a while to get these on. So try and avoid anything with a really thick band at the end of the lashes. The only other thing you're going to really need is to do your makeup. I recommend doing a really thin line of a liquid eyeliner with a pencil liner along your lash line, just because if you do it either black or if you can find eyelashes that have a particular color, usually I find just black ones. So if you do just a black thin line, or if you do what I've been doing recently is just taking a pencil or a brush, an angled brush like this, and taking some black shadow and just drawing on a really soft and subtle line. That way when you get your eyelashes on, it pretty much blends right in, and all you gotta do is just brush a little bit more shadow or draw another line on top to really blend them in. Besides that, some liners that I would recommend. My favorite one is the Maybelline Waterproof New York one. This liquid eyeliner is great for beginners just because it comes with a felt tip. It lasts pretty long. The one problem I have with this thing, most liners you will run into this problem with. They either dry up really quick or they gunk up really quick, especially if you're putting it on top of shadows. That's what I have a problem with these. I run through these really quick because my eyeshadows really start to clump it up. Or a pencil liner, or one of these pen liners. This is Kat Von D's. All the pretty drawing and writing on the pen actually came off because I've had it for quite a while. And then the other #1 important thing you're going to need is eyelash glue. Usually eyelashes come with glue, or you can buy kits with the eyelashes and toothpick and glue. I would recommend not getting those because you don't know how old the glue is in the case. You don't know how your skin will react to it, and most of the time you want to get a good quality liquid glue, just because I've tried a handful of those that have come with the cases and they make your eyes burn. So you want to be very careful, especially when stuff comes this close to your eyes. I use Duo. It's probably the best glue I've ever used. I think since I've started using eyelash glue eyelashes over the last few years, I've gone through maybe 3 bottles of these. So that lasts you a long time because it's a huge bottle. If you cap them quite frequently, even while you're using them, it helps it to not dry up. It won't stink as quickly because it starts drying up, and then it sometimes can stink a little bit. This is their regular one, and what it does, it dries clear. So when the glue goes on, it's white, but once you stick it on and let it dry, it goes clear. They also have a waterproof one, which is a pink bottle. This stuff usually costs about $10 whether you go to MAC or Sephora. You can probably even maybe get it cheaper online, I don't know, but this stuff is the best stuff, and it's never let me down, so I would highly recommend this. And I think that's about it. The only other thing I'd recommend, if you're wearing eyelashes for a long period of time, if you're wearing them all long day, is bring a bobby pin with you, and your eyelash glue, and an eyeliner, just in case it starts peeling off either from the outside or inside, which it does tend to happen. I've worn my eyelashes all long day, and sometimes they just stay on perfectly, and sometimes they do start peeling at the edges. So you can go into the bathroom, or if you want to hide yourself in the stall, if you're really embarrassed, you can take a little compact mirror, put a little bit of glue on the end of your bobby pin, and then dab it near where it's coming off, stick it back on, hold it there for a few seconds, and then fill it in with whatever eyeliner you use for that day. It's really that easy. That's a great tip. I've had to do it many times in my own bathroom, in the bathroom where I work. It happens, especially if you're wearing them all long day. If you're touching your eyes, it happens. Besides that, it's easy to take off. You literally just peel them off from the edges. Just be really careful not to grab your own eyelashes. Peel, stick them back in the case, and just gently peel off the glue from your eyes. I would recommend avoiding washing it right away with water and soap or makeup remover. Maybe makeup remover would get it off a little bit better, but I find that the minute you touch water to the glue, it literally becomes really sticky glue. So you want to be very careful when it comes to that as well. I would say use Vaseline, any kind of cream to get it off, because that way it's a lot easier to peel and pick out of your eyelashes. That is the downside to eyelash glue and and sticking eyelashes on. It's all about patience and maintenance, and you just gotta, that's one of the factors that people don't usually say. So just keep that in mind as well. But besides that, I think I'm gonna start. If you have any questions, as always, you can tweet, you can add them in the comments, or you can email them to me and I will personally answer them. If I've left anything out, I'll probably add it to the end. I don't think I have, and I think that's about it. So, let's start. Hey guys, so I chose my eyelashes that I'm going to wear the rest of the day today, and I've already peeled off all the glue from the last time I had worn them, and that is the best thing to do, especially if you want to maintain them and get them on as smoothly as possible. So getting the glue on, put a good amount on. You don't want to drown the lash, but put a good amount on each end to prevent that peeling edges that I had mentioned earlier. The more you put on each end, the better it'll stick. Now, you really want the glue to not completely dry out, but at least to be tacky enough that it's easier to get on. The easier it is to get on, it'll stick easily, it won't be sliding around, and you can still adjust it as much as you need to get it as close to the eyelash line as possible, as you guys can see me doing here. You can play around with it a lot better as well if it's a little bit tacky, because it's not sliding around all over your eyeball. And it's a lot easier to get on. So I'm just going to do the exact same to the other eyelash. Get the glue on, do it on both edges, and make sure you have enough on each edge. Dry it out a little bit, and make sure the eyelashes are staying on. Once you start getting used to it, it's easier to get them on. These ones weren't as dry as the other ones were, so you'll notice that they start sliding around a little bit, and that's what gives me a little bit more difficulty getting them on. I'd rather show you guys that it is better to get them on when they are tacky, but you can see that they are sliding around a little bit. The best thing to do is just play around with them until you get them on as closely and as best as you want them to be. And that's pretty much it. Once you get them on, it's just a matter of playing around with them, getting them on, and letting them dry. From here on, you can keep playing with them as much as you want, and sometimes the glue can leak down onto the bottom part of your eye. It happens, so all you're going to want to do is pick it off so your eyes don't stick together. Now, I had decided to line my lash with some shadows today, so I just take a little bit of the black shadow, and I'm just lining my lashes once again, and it's a great way to cover up any of those lines from the lashes. You can use a liquid liner, like I had mentioned. That's another great way. Shadow pretty much covers up any of the glue, and as you guys can already see, not only before I covered it up with the shadow, but the glue is dried white, or clear. So that's pretty much it. It's really that easy, guys. All you gotta do, last but not least, is put mascara on. Sometimes people recommend that you put on mascara before you put them on. I don't, just because you gotta wait till the mascara dries and all that shenanigans, and it's just a big pain in the butt. So do it on your dry eyes or dry eyelashes, and then afterwards get your mascara on. And as you can see, I'm just putting some on top and putting some on bottom, just to give you that fuller eyelash look. Just putting my brand new cut hair down, and ta-da!